Welcome back, and joining me now is Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey. Mayor Frey, welcome back to Meet the Press.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here 2 weeks in a row to discuss the urgent situation in Minneapolis. On Friday, of course, the Justice Department announced an investigation into you and Governor Walz. At issue these accusations that you impeded immigration enforcement in Minneapolis. What is your reaction to the investigation, and have you, in fact, received a subpoena at this point?
We haven't received anything, a subpoena or otherwise. And obviously, it would be deeply concerning if the federal government is targeting someone for a product that is quite literally my job. It is my responsibility to speak on behalf of Minneapolis residents. It's my responsibility to do everything possible to keep our city safe. And so while I haven't received a subpoena or anything else at this point, this should be deeply concerning, not just for Minneapolis, but for anybody out there. And whether it's Senator Slotkin or Governor Walz or Senator Kelly, to have a federal government targeting people simply because of the speech they are using and that it runs against some of the things that the federal government is saying. I mean, this is stuff that happens in other countries. It shouldn't happen in America.
Well, let me ask you, because on Tuesday, the Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche posted this. I'm going to read it to you, get your reaction on the other side. Quote, ICE operates in thousands of counties without incident. Men and women doing their jobs, protecting us from criminal aliens. Minnesota insurrection is a direct result of a failed governor and a terrible mayor encouraging violence against law enforcement. It's disgusting. Walz and Frey, I'm focused on stopping you from your terrorism by whatever means necessary. This is not a threat. It's a promise. He is accusing you of terrorism, Mr. Mayor. How do you respond?
Yeah, never once have we pressed for violence against any law enforcement officer. My primary job in Minneapolis is to keep people safe. That safety is being put in jeopardy, not by our Minneapolis residents, not by our local law enforcement that is working tirelessly, but by an invasion that is taking place in our city. I mean, we have around 600 police officers, and there's somewhere in the range of 3,000 to even 4,000 ICE agents and border control. If the goal is safety, if the goal is maintaining a peace, I'll tell you, there's a very good antidote to some of the danger we've been seeing, and it's just to have ICE leave. And so we have been working very hard with a number of different jurisdictions to keep the people of our city safe. People in our city have been working very hard to keep themselves safe. I mean, it's been completely inspiring to see tens of thousands of people in our city standing up for their neighbors. It's not just about resistance, it's about love. It's about love for the people of our city, you know, sliding down icy sled hills to attend a protest, or making sure that somebody's got an escort to the grocery store and they're not just randomly picked up in the meantime. I mean, this is the kind of concerning stuff that's taking place in Minneapolis, and I think people around the country should be very concerned about it.
I want to play you something that Governor Walz said this week and get your reaction on the other side. Look.
We must protest loudly, urgently, but also peacefully. I want to share another way you can help. Witness. Help us establish a record of exactly what's happening in our communities. You have an absolute right to peacefully film ICE agents as they conduct these activities. So carry your phone with you at all times.
Do you believe that message by Governor Walz risks escalating tensions in your city?
Governor Walz was saying something that is a basic constitutional principle, which is peacefully protest, 1. 2, don't take the bait. We do not counter Donald Trump's chaos with our own brand of chaos. We keep the peace. And 3, bearing witness and recording what is happening in the street. It's a public place. You're allowed to do that, not just in Minneapolis, but because of the United States Constitution. What is happening here right now is that Minneapolis residents they're getting hit with a whole bunch of intimidation. The bottom line is that we're not going to be intimidated here. That won't happen. And whether it's me or the countless other residents throughout the city that are peacefully protesting and doing their part to help out their neighbors during a very difficult time, we're standing up.
Let me ask you, because NBC News is reporting that the Pentagon is taking steps to ready troops for possible deployment to Minneapolis. It comes as President Trump has threatened, as you know, to invoke the Insurrection Act. How will you respond if those troops are in fact deployed?
That would be a shocking step. To those that are paying attention, you got to understand how wild this is right now. In Minneapolis, crime is dramatically down. We don't need more federal agents to keep people safe. We are safe. Violent crime is down. Shootings are down. Carjackings are down in virtually every category, in virtually every neighborhood in the city. You know what's causing more chaos? Having these thousands of ICE agents and border control and apparently military even potentially on our streets. But again, the purpose here is to intimidate. In Minneapolis, we're not going to be intimidated. We're not backing down. We're going to grin down this bear and do so again with peace.
All right. Mayor Jacob Frey, thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate it.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.